Okay, solve for y. This one's a little bit more tricky. Tricky. But it's not so bad. Not at all, actually. So the first thing I'm thinking of is solve for y. I have to get the y by itself. But I got two of them. What do I do? I use combine like terms. Well, if I combine like terms, that'd be 3x plus 8. No, that doesn't make sense. These are not like terms. To be like terms, remember, you have to have the same variables raised to the same exponents. And we have y's here, but we also have an x there. So these I cannot combine because they are not like terms. So what else could you do?
Maybe you could factor.
You could factor. Yes, you could factor. What do you factor out?
The y.
Okay, yes, the y. You can factor out the y.
I know.
Okay. So whatever. I mean, I can divide by what's in common. Divide by y. This is a review of factoring. And then whatever I divide by goes on the outside. And what am I left with? 3x plus 8. Right?
Yes, I already said that is correct.
Okay, so we can have, we just leave the 24 there. And I'm trying to get the y by itself. Well, that's weird. What do I do now?
Distribute.
You're wrong, actually. If you distribute, you'll get back to that. So don't do that. But what we could do is compare it to something like this. If I had y times 5 equals 24. That's similar, actually that's the same thing as 5y equals 24. And here, what would you do?
Divide by 5.
Yeah, you would divide by 5 here, and that goes away. So you could actually divide by 5 here, and that goes away, and then you'd have y equals 24 over 5. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't answer because it's a video. You can't answer. But what I'm trying to say is we divide. That's all. It's y times something else. Except here, that something else is very simple. It's a 5. Here, it's a little bit more complicated, but you can still divide by 3x plus 8. Just divide by that whole thing. 3x plus 8. That and that goes away. We've already learned how to simplify rational expressions. And then we have just y equals 24 divided by 3x plus 8. Now you might be thinking, oh, could you do this like you did before? 24 over 3x plus 24 over 8 and then reduce that part and reduce that part? No, you can't do that. That's not the same. That's actually, I should leave it there. 24 divided by 8. That's not correct. Why? Why is that? Well, let's take a look at something to hopefully, like a counter example. It's not true. If you had 5 divided by 1 plus 4, this would be, 1 plus 4 is 5. So that would be 5 divided by 5. That's 1, right? That is true. All of that is true. But if you did this, where you split it up, 5 over 1 plus 5 over 4, well, what is that? Well, you can get a common denominator, times it by 4, and that would be 20. So you get 20 over 4 plus 5 over 4, and that would be 25 over 4, which is 6.25 as a decimal. That's not the same thing. That's wrong. That's wrong. It should have been 1. So hopefully you can see that you can't split it up like that. Well, what about 1 plus 4 over 5? How come you can split that one up? Well, we already know that that's going to be 1, but we can split up the denominator 4 over 5. When you have a common denominator, you just add the tops. It's still the same. It's still the same. So it's just 5 over 5. That's just 1. So this is okay when you're writing the denominator twice. It is not okay when you write the numerator twice, like we did here or there. Do you understand the difference? Numerator, the top number, denominator, the bottom number. I'm going to go away now. Have a good day.